Hey guys, welcome to the workshop. So in today's video, I wanted to do a quick product review on the Harbor Freight trim router, so stick around. Okay, so I have had this router for probably about 2 years. When I bought this router, I knew that I was going to do a product review, but I wanted to give it some time to kind of put it through its paces because at first glance it looks like absolute junk. But upon using it for 2 years, I must say my view on that has changed drastically. So before we dive into this thing, let me walk you through what you get in the package. So obviously you get your trim router, and then they give you the convenient wrenches to reach in there in order to change the router bit. And so you've got the two. They work really good. It's nice and smooth. It's an easy way to get it in and out. It also comes with two more fittings, and quite honestly, I really don't use these. I've never had a need for them because most of your router bits have a guide on it, which is what this is for. So normally it would all go like this. You'd have your plastic guide here. This here, you could adjust the depth of your your roller bearing right there. You can loosen this up, set it be not too far out or closer. And quite honestly, I've never had a need for this. This part doesn't work too well anyways, in my opinion. So works perfectly fine just like this. So if you've watched any of my product reviews before, you know that I like to do my reviews based on a 3-step criteria. The first one being durability, the second one being the price point or comparing it, and then the third point being the quality. Let's jump into the first point, the durability. So this router, I think, is an okay on the durability. The main reason being is that the clear plastic is very frail and probably pretty easy to break. Every time I go to tighten the set screw, when I go to adjust my depth of cut for the router bit, I'm always nervous to tighten it too much because it looks like it's going to break. But in the 2 years that I've used it, I've never had it break, I've never had it shatter. And like I said, I don't use the guard as much. In fact, I've never used it at all. And that plastic is even thinner. So I don't really use that, but on a scale from 1 to 10, the durability, that's really where a lot of that comes into play. The router itself is pretty good. I've never had any problems with that, and it's built pretty solid. So I would give this probably a 6 out of 10 based on the really flimsy, clear plastic that's on this thing. So my next point to ponder, which is probably the biggest thing that we all think about, is price point. So if you go to Harbor Freight and you go and find this on the shelf, you'll find it marked at $29.99. And of course, you can use their 20% coupon on this one unless there is an exclusion at that particular time. So you can get it for even less than that. And when I bought mine, that was the price it was. That's why I bought it. Now, if you wanted to go and compare this particular model and some of its features, I'm not going to go into all the specifics of it. You can find that online. I will put a link in the description of this video to the page for this router and for the other routers that I'm going to compare it to, because if you take the features of this one and compare it to other models that are pretty much similar, if you're looking at Makita, you're going to pay about $99 or $89 for that. And then you've got Bosch. They come around in about the same price, about $89 to $90. And then if you go to DeWalt, you're looking at about $130 to $140 for that. Now the biggest difference between those and this one is that this one is not variable speed. You flip it on, you flip it off. No variable speed at all. Those other ones, they're all variable speed. In fact, I think pretty much all of your routers are variable speeds, except this trim router. Okay, so the last and final thing that I want to talk about is the quality of this thing. So I've already mentioned that the router itself is built pretty durable. It's pretty stout, and I think it's pretty sturdy. But the plastic is very cheap. The dirt and the dust from your saw, or when you're cutting, the sawdust gets stuck inside of the plastic guard, and the only way to really clean that out is to take it apart, clean it out. And I haven't done that in 2 years because it's kind of a waste of my time. So, yeah, I don't really like that. I don't like the plastic part of it at all. But what I do like is that so something as small as the switch, it's not just out in midair. It has a little bit of a covering so that you don't accidentally touch it. or if you sit it down, you're not going to maybe break it off. The other thing that I do like about this is on the cord, it actually has about, I'd say about 2.5 to 3 inches of a rubber covering that protects when you wrap it up. It keeps it from wrapping too tight, which would make the cord pull out. Then you end up seeing bare wire and all that stuff. So it's a little bit protected on the cord side. But overall, I would have to give this product, for the quality, I'll give it a 7. And I'm knocking it mostly down because of all the plastic components of this thing. So one last quick feature about this thing, or lack of feature, is that there's no light. A lot of your trim routers have lights on them too. There's no light to illuminate your work source. So that could be a little troubling, but I've never had a problem putting an extra light on this thing. So overall, if I was to look at you and you were asking me if you wanted this or not, if you are a DIYer, which is why I'm doing this review, because to me, this is a really good tool for a DIYer. I've seen a lot of comments on my videos about the fact that, these things that I make and other people make, they're really cool, but for your average person, most people can't make it because they don't have the tools. Harbor Freight's really made that easy in a lot of different aspects, and to me, this is one of them. This is a really good tool for the price. If you're only going to use it once or twice, maybe a month, this is a good tool to have. I've had it for 2 years, never broken anything on it, and when I need it, it comes in handy. If I was using this every single day, I think I'd go the route of Bosch or Makita, just for the simple fact that it's variable speed, you've got a light, and it's going to be way more durable. Plus you get a lot more warranty on it. The warranty on this isn't as much as those tools. So, if you are a DIYer, I would say yes, get this. This is a must-have in your workshop. But if you're a professional, don't waste your time. If you are in the market for a router, I do have links in the description of this video to the other routers I mentioned in this video. And by sure, I've got the link to that one as well. So I hope this helped you out if you have bought one or you're looking to buy one. And if it did, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. And please be sure to remember to hit that bell icon so that you are notified of every time I put a new video out. So guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you next time right here in the workshop.